sorry about the delay on the live. I had a therapist appointment today and at 9 o'clock this morning, and it got canceled. Unfortunately, my therapist had an allergic reaction to something. So we rescheduled it until I got back from my trip, which I'm leaving on Thursday. So I will not be live on Friday, so I'm going live today, and I will go live tomorrow, so you guys still get those 2 lives for the week. Let's see, what's been going on? Lots and lots of things. I've got some prints done. I've got some prints going, and I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to use the bamboo software to slice. That's what they call it, slicing, and turning it into a G code so that the machine can read it. We are putting them over onto a micro SD card that goes into the machine, and the machine reads a micro SD card. So lots and lots of stuff going on. Anyway, so I was in therapy today, and always good, guys, to take care of your mental health. And there is no shame in taking care of your mental health. And so I'm really happy that I got to go. And we're working through some stuff. And I feel better today than I did this morning. Better now than I did this morning. And so that's why the live was delayed. Hello. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys some of the prints that we have done, some of the prints that are getting ready to be added to the website. There will be a sale started in April, and as always, there's special codes that you will use. It will show up in the pop-up once you go onto the website. The website, guys, is www.riverstonecottage.com. I will add that in the chat. And so we will be doing that, and then because I'll be gone, I'm not going to ship anything out, so that'll also come up in the pop-up and let you guys know. But we are adding stuff still to the website. We're still updating. We're still doing the things, guys. It's just taking me a little bit longer because there's so much going on all the time. So I don't know if you guys got to see this, but this was super cool, printed really awesome. This is a can holder, and it also holds dice, like these kind of dice. I also sell these, and you toss the dice down into here, and it comes out right here. So if you're somebody who is playing like role-playing games or you use these kind of dice, you can also have a drink right here, and you can sip on it. It's kind of cool. And I've got another one in the printer right now, and I will show you guys that one. That will go onto the website. I did finish the horse. It is now painted. Its eyes are painted. Its hooves are painted. So she will, or it, because it's not, there's no gender to that. So it will go onto the website. And then I printed this awesome Buddha. And this is always misunderstood as a Buddha. I was told it's a Budai. And this is because of my sister. As many of you guys know, I lost my sister in January. She was very big into Buddhas, peace, everything like that. So I printed this using my galaxy filament. I love how it turned out. It kind of reminds me of Aurora Borealis, which she was up in Alaska at one point. So it kind of just, I don't know, there's a lot to it. It reminds me a lot of my sister. So I just printed that for myself. I might print some more of them if I get orders for them. I'm not sure. But we got lots and lots going on. So today I was slicing files before I went to therapy. And then I was going to go live, and literally got a phone call just before I was going to go live and asked me to come in. So that was good. My therapist now is doing better, thankfully. And so she had an allergic reaction, but she was very, very kind today and helped me through some stuff, and we're just going to work through those traumas. Lots of things, like I said, going on over here. I have a rattlesnake going in the bamboo, in the snap maker. That has been going, guys. This will be my longest print to date. Obviously, the dragon that's back here, that was the longest print. It took 2 days. This one takes 49 hours and 30 minutes, so it's an hour and 30 minutes longer than the dragon. It's the longest print to date, and I'm trying to keep track of that kind of stuff. The bamboo the other day decided, no, I'm not printing dragons. It's not happening. It's not going to work. We tried it 3 different times. Did not work. It messed up. and I just don't want to waste filament, so I just said nope and deleted the file off of the SD card. Now it's printing a tower kind of like this. It's a little different than this, of course. It is a tower, and it's all gray, and then it's got a dragon head that you print, and you stick the dragon head on. I am going to print the dragon head as well. The dragon head takes 3 hours. The print itself takes 9.5 hours. And so we're going to use probably our filament that we were going to use for the dragon, which was the red and gold. The dragons just don't want to print right now. So I'm like, okay, I get it. The dragons don't want to print. That is perfectly fine. Hello, everyone popping in. Hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody's doing fabulous today. It's a little chilly outside today, so I'm happy to be in my cozy office. I do have the fans going. Obviously, you can see it's blowing my hair, but it's still warm in here because I have the machines going. I was going to use the We Create today, but the files were not reading properly onto the wood. So I said, okay, I need a moment to be able to sit down, put these files in Photoshop, save them as oh my goodness, guys, now I can't remember what the file is called. It's not an STL because that's 3D. It is an SVG. There, I knew I'd remember. I need to save them as an SVG file and then put them into the We Create, because the We Create is reading them as a photo instead of a, thank you, Miwa, instead of a SVG file, which it wants to burn the whole thing, and that's just not going to work. I'm not going to waste product and just let it do its thing just so you guys could see. I am so sorry about that. Hopefully by tomorrow I can get the We Create going, at least cut some kind of project. I do have some other projects, some wood projects and things like that I'd like to cut, so that I can put them on the website. I'm going to try and do some craft kits, things that people can build themselves. So everything is still working. It's still going. It's just I got to have a moment. And it is all good to take a moment, right? So I'm going to show you guys the rattlesnake. I did print the rattlesnake in one single color because I'm going to paint the rattlesnake. I'm going to actually use some airbrushing. I haven't done airbrush in a long time. And I'm going to set up my airbrush booth, and I'm going to airbrush the snake, kind of camouflage him almost with the brown, like a darker brown. And so I printed him in beige is the color of the filament. I call it tan, but it's, when I ordered it, it says beige. And then I'm going to show you guys what's going on in the bamboo, and then I'm going to show you guys how to slice a file using the bamboo software. So we've got lots of cool things going on. I'm going to get ready to move the phone. I know, guys. Just be patient. Sorry for the jarring. But this print has been going for, so far it's got 45 hours and 59 minutes on this print. It's got 5 hours to go, so it's actually going to take longer than what it said it was going to take. The time does adjust sometimes. And we got a filament. That was what we used to print the, we tried printing the dragon. It did not work. So it's in the dehydrator right now. It's got, let me see, guys. It's going to show me in like a couple seconds how much more time it's got on there. And I'm going to show you guys how I use my, vacuum sealer to seal that. It's been a day already. Okay, so I'm going to turn this camera around, and you guys can see the snake. It is turning out super cool. It is a rattlesnake. You can obviously see the rattle back there. It is fragmented, so it will move. It'll move back and forth. The head, this is the bottom of the jaw. That's the top. No, I'm sorry. I think this is the top. That's the bottom. I'm not 100% sure. And then this is part of it, and then this is the back side of it. So this is the front, this is the back, and then that is the rattle. Currently, inside here, I'm going to move off to the side so you guys can see better. It is the castle that I was talking about. So this castle is not, it's just printing really fast. I don't know if you guys can see how fast that bamboo is moving. It's moving. It is moving. The bamboo, I went to print the dragon on the snap maker. It was going to take 29 hours. Went to print the dragon over on the bamboo. It was going to take 6.5 hours, just to tell you the difference. But it just does not want to print. It does not want to work. And so I'm like, you know what? Maybe my niece was right and the dragons just don't want to print anymore. So that's what she said. I mean, a kid's logic, right? Maybe she's not wrong. Maybe she has got some form of truth there. We'll print some dragons probably after we get back from our trip. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the software. Let me see if I can get it. I'm going to flip this camera. Okay, so there's the software. I know it's on a funky angle, but that's how I have to do it because of the way that this is on here. Okay, so as you can see, this is the bamboo mat. This is showing me the printing mat. Okay, so when you go in here, and right over here, this is like all of your information. I finally have learned, guys, how to use the bamboo. I am so happy. I had to basically teach myself. That's kind of how it was with the snap maker, but it is what it is, right? So what we're going to do, I'm going to hold the camera for just a second. Okay, so we're going to hit here. We're going to go prepare. So we're under an untitled project. We're going to hit file and we're going to import. I have, I'm sorry guys, that's the dehydrator. I was like, what is that? That's the dehydrator. Anyway, I have so many STL files. These are just some of the categories I have, and then I'm literally just going through them one at a time. I know, I'm shaky. Sorry. Okay, so let's do a dino egg. Okay, so this is the dino egg in total. So it's going to load here. I'm going to set the phone down so you guys can actually see it. Okay, so it's going to load there. And then we're going to slice it. And I'm going to show you guys how we do that. And I'm going to show you how we use the supports. I do tree supports, which is a little bit different. Right now, the one that's going in there is not a tree. That's just a standard support. So it's like almost like pillar-like. I'm trying to show you guys. It's not like pillar-like. Where the tree actually goes up and it grows. And it almost looks like branches coming off. So it's really, really cool. So right now, it's obviously showing it to me in black because that's what I have picked over here. But it's all good. It's fine. There doesn't need to be any supports on this one because there's no overhang. There's nothing overhanging. So it doesn't even need supports. So you're going to hit up here at the top. You're going to hit preview. And a little thing's going to come up here. Well, it should. Now it doesn't want to. Okay, let's slice it all. Okay, and now it's slicing right here. This is just where they give you tips, daily tips, and you can't shut it off. So it's on there all the time. I don't know. I'm not sure why, but it is. So you can see it's 15%. It always starts out at 15%. It sits there for a hot minute. I'm not going to lie, guys. It does sit there for a hot minute. But you can see kind of through the dragon eggs or the dino egg. So you can kind of see the mat behind it and the mat underneath of it. I'm not sure why it does that either, but that's just how it does it. So it'll sit there and it will generate. I'm going to move the camera back. It will generate and it'll just sit there and generate. And then it goes to 100. And then when you do that, you will go over to the other side and you will export it to an SD card. So I have been doing that all day today. I have been working on that, and then obviously I got to I got to go to therapy and then come back and now I'm live with you guys. So I have been kind of busy today, but kind of taking it easy too, because when I woke up this morning, my Aura ring told me, hey, you need to take it easy today. You didn't sleep very well last night. And I didn't, because yesterday, unfortunately, I had a panic attack, and so I did not sleep well. And I'm working on trying to get, better. I haven't had a panic attack in a long time, so it took me by surprise for sure. Don't mind the mess, guys. You know how creative spaces are, right? It looks like a mess to me, but maybe to you guys it doesn't look like a mess. I don't know. It's just sitting here at 15%. I don't know. I am at the point right now where I'm about ready to say bye-bye computer and get me a different computer. I am so irritated with this computer. I think I need a gaming computer because I have a gaming laptop and my gaming laptop seems to be just, it is so fast and it's amazing. Oh wait, it moved to 25%. So, we are, I'm trying to slice it. I'm trying to show you guys as soon as it slices, because sitting here watching it slice is kind of boring. It literally shows you a square up here at the top and it just shows it getting brighter instead of being dark. It's kind of annoying. It's kind of, I don't know, it's weird. So we'll let it do its thing for just a few minutes and we'll come back over here and we'll chat. So I can actually see better on my, my pop-up on my chat because I cannot see it so well on my phone. My phone has been being really weird here lately, but anyway. So I'm going to show you guys what I do with the dehydrator. I'm actually going to go grab the filament. Hold on just a second. So I put it on a minimum of 6 hours. The filament has to go into a dehydrator. Why? Because the filament picks up moisture. And so I buy these. I get these off of Amazon. I'm not sponsored by any of these companies, guys. And I already have the starter kit, so I didn't need the vacuum sealer. This has got 50 bags in it. It's also got silica packets, which absorb moisture. And so I'm gonna show you guys. So you get like that, your silica packets, and you get the bag. I just charged the vacuum. Vacuum is right here. It's all handheld. If you have a vacuum sealer, it will do the same thing. If anybody you know has a vacuum sealer, it will absolutely do the same thing. You do want to vacuum seal it pretty quickly after taking it out of the dehydrator. You don't want it to sit in that dehydrator for like hours or even days. Technically, I did not need to dehydrate this one because this did come out of the bamboo, which is the AMS unit. And the AMS unit has its own kind of dehydrating qualities to it. But I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. It's not going to hurt anything. And then we're just going to stick it in the bag. So just like that, you're going to put your silica pack in the center. Let me see if I can move you guys back here so you guys can see a little bit. So you're going to put that silica pack in the middle of the ring every single time, because when it's in the middle of the ring, it can absorb all of the moisture. It shouldn't get moisture on it now that I have a dehumidifier in here and all of the things. And obviously I have those that hold the filament, but you just never know. And if it gets moisture in it, guys, it pops. It almost sounds like popcorn or pop rocks. It's kind of creepy. I didn't know what it was doing the first time on my snap maker, and I kept saying, why is it popping? Like, what is that noise? We are at 80%, I think, on our sliced file. But, all right, so we're going to hit this. It's not loud, but it's kind of loud. And then you're going to see it's going to take the moisture out of this, or the air out of this bag. So we're vacuum sealing it. Again, super important thing to do. I'm noticing I left a lot of air in this. I don't know why I left so much air in that. I can see the bag moving, but sometimes you do have to kind of finagle it and see it taking some of the air out. But anyway, I use this little clip to run along the seam of the Ziploc. Obviously, Ziploc is a brand. The zipper part of it, so that it will suck up, or it'll make sure that it's sealed and closed. I don't know. It's driving me crazy that I can't. There we go. Now it's taken. I can watch the bag move. So anyway, so I do this with every single one. Now, when I get them and they're already sealed, I just let them get to room temp and I stick them over here into the these boxes that I have. Guys, I am starting to run out of room. I need to start using some of this filament up. So we're going to be doing lots and lots and lots of 3D projects, and I want to do lots of them, but I'm going to be gone till the 31st. So projects probably are not going to get started until after I get back, of course. And so I will be doing lots of projects, getting things up on the website. I'm going to probably start working with the sublimation stuff when I get back as well. I wanted to do that this week, just time got away from me, as life always does, right? It always seems to get away from me. All right, this is nice and tight. You can see that the bag is vacuum sealed. You can always write the information on here. I don't do that because it's obviously already on here. Now this is a multicolor, so it's actually going to go into this one usually. I'm sorry, you guys can't even see into this one, but because I don't have the room for it, it's going to go over here into this one. If we can get it in. I don't even know if I have enough room in this one. Because the TPU is in this one. And then I found out the TPU doesn't even work in the Bamboo. You have to set up a special software. So that kind of bummed me out a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I was kind of a little upset about it because I thought that's just ridiculous. It's just one more thing that I've got to do. So we're just going to stick it in there. Hold on. Sorry, guys. But anyway. So now I've got it sealed. It's put away. Done. We are sliced. Let's take you guys back over here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Remember how the egg was black? Well, now, let's see if I can move there. Now the egg is orange. It's telling me it's sliced. It's saying, warning, there are floating regions. There isn't. There's not a floating region on this, guys. So I don't know why the Bamboo does that. Not even sure. So up here at the top, up here, it says slice all, which we just sliced. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to pull this down. Again, if it's shaking, guys, I'm sorry, I'm holding it. And I'm going to do export plate slice file. Now it should come up here. I'm going to click on that and then it should come up with the file. There we are. See, these I've done already. I did a Mandalorian and Child, Predator bus with a base, Terminator on a bike, and Wizard Dice Tower. Those are what is on this one so far. And of course, you're just going to hit save. And now it's saved and ready to go over to the Bamboo and be printed. The Bamboo has to have them put as a G code. I didn't even think about this. I spent a whole day. Crazy. It's crazy. I spent a whole day taking all the Bamboo files and putting them onto an SD card, not even thinking it has to be G-coded. So that was fun. That was a fun little mishap. I can laugh about it now. At the time, it was not funny. And I kept thinking to myself, why isn't it reading it? What is happening? And then I realized it's not G-coded, it's just the file. And it won't read it if it doesn't have a G-code. G-code is how these printers read these files. So the Snapmaker is the same way. You have to send it to, when you put it into the software and you put it on the plate, you have to send it over for a G-code. It'll do the same thing. It doesn't say slicing. The Bamboo is the one that says slicing, but it states it across the bottom. And it'll say, so much percent, and then it goes all the way across. And then it says, okay, this is your G-code's been generated. It's going to take you 45 hours. Move it over to the load it into the workspace. So then when you load it to the workspace on the Snapmaker, then you can send it to the machine. You can connect to the machine and send it. The Bamboo, for some bizarre reason, only will work with my phone when I send files. It will not work with a computer. Even though they're both on the same network, even though they're both connected, it says it's connected. I can literally pull up the device and I can watch it print on my computer. I don't know why it doesn't do it. So I have to put it on these little micro SD cards and use these micro SD cards, and it is what it is. But every time I do this, even when I delete the file, I have, like the project on here, I have to go and do a new project. Because if I don't, it comes up as what I just did before, and then I got to change all the names and whatever. So as you can see, I haven't done a lot on this today. The only ones that are over there currently right now are the file that it's printing, the dragon head, which is going to be next, and then there's another file, and I can't remember what it is. I want to say it's a design that I did that's well, it's not that I did. I bought it. It's another dice holder. It's got a serpent that comes up and around, and then it's a person with like horns, and it's unique looking for sure. And I decoded that, and I think that's on there. I can't show you guys because I can't access any of that while it's printing, but I am pretty sure that's what I did. Again, it's been a day. I don't know about you guys, but when it's been a day, you're just like, I'm done. I'm over it. This day can just be done. I need to go to bed. I kind of wish that I went to bed and stayed in bed. Okay, so I know you guys saw me do these. I know that you saw me print, or saw that I had printed this vase. These were wood. These are from the We Create, and I painted them yesterday. So I think they turned out super cute. Now they're just like a desk decor. I'm going to be doing stuff like this also, like home decor things. I'm looking into doing international shipping, guys. I have to really look into that. I know that there's a lot of people that have asked me from England and from other countries if I ship internationally. And at this point, I do not. I would love to be able to. It is not going to be cheap. I can tell you that right now. But thankfully, a lot of places can have... I don't know how the international shipping works. I'm not going to lie. When my husband was deployed in the military, I would send things to him from the post office. They would send it overseas to the base where they had a small post office, and then they would get them. I don't know how international shipping works. I don't know if certain areas have UPS. I don't know if places only have FedEx. I don't know how any of that works. Or they transfer it from one to the other. And I'm sure that's how it does, but I'm saying, like, I don't know how to do that. So I'm going to have to sit down and do some major research, figure that all out, because I would love to be able to ship across the country. That would be super cool. I can extend my map. I have a map up behind my Lego sets. Again, guys, not sponsored by anybody. And it shows a pin of where, like, all of my customers are. And I actually need to update it because I have quite a few more customers. But I would love to have a world map. That would be so cool. How awesome would that be? For a small business, in a small, I call my business a small business. It's not technically it is a small business. To me, it's not small. To me, it's huge. To me, it's a lot of things, and it means the world to me because it helps me a lot of times with my mental health. A promise I made to my mom that I would keep working at what I'm doing because I love what I do. And so, it would be super cool to be a small business shipping internationally. I think that would just be amazing. It's unfathomable. Oh my goodness, I can't even speak. Unfathomable for me to even think that that's a possibility. And I've had people even in Canada ask me, and I'm like, I know I can send through UPS to Canada. I just don't know how it works internationally. I would have to look into it. I know there are other places that send international. I just don't know what other places have, what you guys, like other countries call their shipping. I don't know any of that. So I definitely would have to, again, do my research, look into it, see if it's even worth. I think it would be worth, because I think if I could get Riverstone Cottage gifts internationally, that would be just amazing. And I would love to be able to have other people be able to experience some of this stuff. Of course, if you have somebody who 3D prints or anything like that and near you or whatever, it's going to be cheaper, of course, and I know that. But if there's certain things that you guys would love to have and I offer that, if you think it's worth it, I would love to be able to ship it to them. So that's something I'm going to be working on. April's going to be a start over month for Riverstone Cottage Gifts. We have been doing phenomenal. It's not a reboot, but it's going to be a revamp. We are going to revamp the website. We are going to be showing you guys how we're doing all of this, where our equipment's coming from, where our materials come from. We're going to show you guys a lot of behind the scenes on these videos, but we're also going to be revamping the website. I'm going to be changing the logo on the back of my vehicle to my new logo, which I absolutely love. It has already been changed over on the website. It's already been changed over on my social media platforms. I need to change it over on a banner, and I need to change it over on my vehicle. I just bought a trailer so I can haul things to events. That's also going to get the logo put on it. So I've got lots of awesome projects coming up. And thank you for the lurk. I'm sorry, just saw that pop up there. And so I want you guys to be able to see how I'm running this business. If you guys have any tips or tricks, I am all for people sending me that or posting that, or even just being like, hey, we are, over here in this country, we would love to see your stuff, whatever. I would love for everyone to feel like they can come on here, chat all day. This is obviously on Twitch. I know it's live on Twitch, but when I send this over to YouTube, you guys can reach out to me on YouTube as well. I put all these on YouTube. I'm going to start putting them over onto my Facebook business page, because my Facebook business page has got a bunch of different things that I'm an affiliate with and things like that. But I want to expand Riverstone Cottage Gifts as much as I can. If you guys have not watched a video where I explain the name of the business comes from an amazing vacation home that we own it's built out of Riverstone, and it's an English style cottage. That's where the logo comes from as well. It's a rendition of what our what the home looks like. And when I think of Riverstone Cottage, I think of people who, like Riverstone Cottage Gifts, I think of a gift store that's online that I'm going to tell you right now, I will not sell you something that I would not have in my own home. I don't think something is worth quality. It's not going to be sold on the website, because I don't want my customers disappointed. I want my customers satisfied and happy, and I don't want to have to deal with people being unhappy, because that makes me sad. And so I'm just letting you guys know that I am still looking into the candy situation. Many of you probably don't know this, but we sold prepackaged candy. I don't even have any of them anymore because they expired. And the ones that didn't are already gone. Yeah, hold on one second. I think I have one. No, I have 2 jars. I have 2 of them. So they were these candies right here. They were prepackaged. They had a seal on them. I never touched the inside, and I just got something on me. I never touched anything in these. If the seal was broken, they were not being shipped out. I don't even know the date on this. Let me see. What does it say? Oh, yeah, that one's expired. Yum. And this one, it doesn't expire. Oh, this one's for my friend, but it doesn't expire until September. But anyway, so they were candies like this. Super happy with them. Loved the candies. Everyone who bought them loved the candies. Well, then I went onto the website 2 days ago, and everything sold out except a few things. They took all their displays down. They have not even posted the 2025 calendar or catalog. And I'm thinking to myself, it's almost April. Why is that not updated? So I sent them an email and asked them, are you guys going out of business? Because I had a letter a couple years ago stating that they were filing bankruptcy, but they were still going to remain open. I have not heard one word back from them. They have not responded to my email. They haven't responded to any of my correspondence. So I am just like, okay, I'm going to have to move on. I found a company. I found 2. But their candies are not guys, they're candies that you can literally, here in the U.S., can go right down to the grocery store or the gas station and pick up. To me, that is not something unique. I pride myself on unique, one-of-a-kind kind of gifts. I mean, I know there's a million people printing toys and printing different things on 3D prints, but I still like to have more unique items, things that I have made, maybe a metal sign or whatever. So I am still looking into finding a company, either a small business that I can support them and just buy from them wholesale, or something, because I am kind of irritated that they didn't even respond back to me. And I have been a loyal customer of theirs for 2 years. Not complicated to reach out, but whatever. And so, I mean, people go through things, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe they are shutting down and they're just like, we're done. We can't help you anymore. And then I see companies that kind of have things kind of like this, at the store, but they're a little bit different. And then I thought, well, maybe if I can buy things in bulk. I don't want to touch any of that candy. I don't feel like that is safe for me to be like handling candy. Not that I wouldn't wear gloves and protective gear and whatever, but that's just one more thing that I would have to be like, okay, let's just say I do that and I sell the candy to somebody and they end up getting sick. Not anything I did, the candy's bad or whatever. I would feel so bad because I had put my, the product in the containers or whatever. So I'm trying to find somewhere where I can buy either like freeze-dried candies that are already done. I'm going to reach out to a bunch of my small business groups and see if they know somebody locally wholesaling that I can actually reach out to them and say, hey, look, I would love to sell your guys' candies on my website. I would love to wholesale your candies and get them out to the masses. And that's just something that I'm looking at right now. So as of right now, the candy is not coming back till I find something that I think is quality. I am part of these other two companies, and yes, I can do like the nostalgic candies, which I don't know if you guys know, but like when I was a kid, we had atomic fireballs. We had these little things called Nip Nicks. They were wax little bottles filled with juice. I don't even know if there was juice. I would say it was fruit drink or something. We had those and we would just chew on the wax. I don't, probably not the best thing, but we would do it. And then we would, the flavor of the stuff, we had like candy cigarettes that were like basically chalk. I don't know what we were thinking, but there's a lot of things like that were coming up. And I was like, well, those are kind of cool for like nostalgic purposes, but how does that make me stand out? How does that help Riverstone Cottage Gift stand out? It doesn't. So I looked into doing my own freeze-dried candies. That is so expensive and not anything that I know. Also not in my wheelhouse. Also, I don't want to put that equipment in my office / shop with things that are, pumping out wood and whatever. I'm not going to do that. So then I was like, okay, we've got to figure something out. So as of right now, candy is on hold. Until I find something. I'm going to work my little tail off to try and bring candy back to Riverstone Cottage Gifts. I know candy doesn't seem like something that people will be like, oh, I want candy. But for all of those who have ordered candy and are part of the Candy Club is going to continue. If you don't know what the Candy Club is a little card that I send with every order, and I would stamp out the numbers. Once you got 10 stamps filled out, and every single order, it was not like one whole order, it was every single one of these equaled 1. So I would click, like that, and then I would send them to you. And once they were full, and I would keep track of them, and you could keep track of them. Once it was full, I would send you a free gift, a free candy. We're going to work on something like that. I'm not 100% sure how that's going to go down. I have something sticky on my hands. It's driving me nuts. I don't like sticky things on my hands. And of course, I don't have anything in here to wipe my hands off because I don't have baby wipes in here anymore. Oh, I have isopropyl alcohol. I don't know that that's really going to do much. It might take the stickiness off my hands. Ooh, that is strong. Ooh, that is some strong scent right there. Let's see if I can get it to get. Ugh. The only other thing I have are my paint wipes, and they're not. Yeah, it's not sticky anymore. They're over there, and they make my hands feel oily, and I'm weird. I'm about textures. I don't like certain textures. But anyway, so I'm gonna throw that away because that's expired. But anyhow, so we are working on updating the website. We're working on adding 3D prints. We're working on adding some home decor stuff. We're working on a lot of different projects. I mean, we have a lot of different projects. I have a lot of different projects up here, so I want to get them out to everybody, because I mean, the next event we have coming up is in October. That's a little ways away, and we need to get the website updated. Again, guys, I'm taking the rest of this. I'll be leaving Thursday, and I won't be back until the 31st. So beginning of April is when a lot of this is going to get done. So we've got lots and lots of things to do, lots of work to be done. I want to break everything down. I want to show you guys some more behind the scenes, how we send prints to the printer, starting a print, all of that kind of stuff. So when I get back, I would actually like to, because the machines are going to be shut down while I'm gone, I would like to actually sit down and show you guys how I do send files to the printers, so you guys can see the printers printing with files that maybe you guys have chosen. We have lots of cute things like the little horse. We have turtles. We have tons of things like that. We'll probably make some of these because these seem to be pretty good size, or pretty good sellers. I like them. And of course, we've had things like this be asked for. So we are going to be working on things like this. We also have tumblers that people have been asking for and things like that. So we are going to be doing lots and lots of updating. I might take you guys along on that journey. I know it's probably going to be boring, but I mean, I appreciate everyone who watches. I appreciate everyone who's following our business, because with small businesses, it's all about word of mouth. We have some really cool projects that I just got, some sublimation projects for like this one that's sitting right here. Hold on just a second. This is metal signs, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, sublimation on metal is just above and beyond. So these are those little metal signs kind of that hang up in a window, and they have the little suction cups. We're going to be making some things like that. We're going to be doing coasters. You guys have probably seen that, of course. We're going to be doing tumblers. We're going to be doing metal signs. We're going to be doing things like that. I want to show you guys step by step how I do it, from the computer all the way to the printer to the projects. So we have got so much of that you guys, I want you guys to see, being part of the Riverstone Cottage Gifts family. I appreciate all of that. We've got buttons that we're going to start making. I call them pins. I know a lot of people are like, what? Buttons, you know, like, were really big when I was a kid. We wore them on our jean jackets. I know that they're coming back. We got a bunch of those, sublimated, whatever. We're going to be making those. I've never done that, so you guys will get to go along for the ride with that, and get to learn right along with me. I like to show you guys how we do things, and not just be like, oh, here's the project that I printed, and here's this project I printed, and done. I like to show you guys how I actually get the STL files, where I get the STL files from, how I slice them, what machine I put them into, how I load filament, how we do all of that, because I think that even if somebody who's watching wants to do these things, there's not enough videos out there that show you how to use a snap maker, how to use a WeCreate, or how to use a bamboo. And I have sat and tried to watch multiple videos on how to use the AMS unit. There are hardly any. I have tried to sit down and look at the snap maker. There's virtually none. So things like that I want to show you guys, because I feel, and I talk with my hands a lot, sorry guys, I feel like educating people and showing them things like this makes a huge difference. Not that I'm trying to educate people, that's maybe not the right way to say it. Try and show people by demonstration, is that better, to be able to do these things, because I have to learn trial and error. I had to learn how to sublimate by myself. I had to learn how to do resin. I had not ever done that before. The only resin I had ever done was when I was in shop class in high school. We put posters on wood, routed them out, and then poured resin over top to seal them. That's the only resin I ever did. I never even had to mix it. It was already pre-mixed, ready to go. So I want to show you guys how, how I learned all of this stuff, because I don't think that there's enough videos out there that show people. I also like to show people kind of behind the scenes. Yeah, you can see my small business sells this, 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 and this. But how is it made? How is it created? What inspired you to start selling that? What inspired me to start selling 3D prints? I have always thought the 3D prints were super cool. I sat around and I thought about it and I thought about it and I thought about it. So how it all started for me, and I'll just give you guys like a little recap. I am trying to keep my hands busy by playing with this. Because I've been told I talk with my hands a lot. I wanted to have a woodcutter. I wanted to have a wood engraver. I had done a project of a friend's made on a wood laser cutter. And it was super cute. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is super adorable. I could totally do this because I've done crafts my whole life. And so that's how it started. And then, I was part of a small business before this. I was part of a business before this that I did. I don't know if any of you guys followed me like on YouTube or anything like that. And I did a company that I'm no longer part of. Loved it for many, many, many years. And it just, my heart wasn't in it anymore. So him and hawed about leaving. I had a conversation with my mom. I had a conversation with my sisters. And my mom told me, life's too short. You need to do what you love. And everyone was like, we'll support you, whatever you do. And so I went into the laser cutting. I got the laser cutting machine, which is now gone. I've sold that one. And I got a different one. And I loved it. It was so much fun making these projects. And then I thought, how can I go bigger? So then I was like, it'd be really cool. And I had a conversation with my husband about it. And I was like, it'd be really cool to have a 3D printer, but they're so expensive. I don't know if it's something that I, want to get into right now. Let me go and do like sublimation and DTF. DTF is direct film. So I went into that realm, added that into the business, and I did Scarefest. Sold a lot. I was so grateful. And then I saw people with 3D prints, and I kept asking, like, oh my gosh, like, I kept asking myself, is this something that I should do? Is this something I should do? Is this something I should do? And I talked to people about it, and I had people give me their opinion about it. And obviously what I saw was mass-produced, same files that you would get off of a website or whatever. And I thought, well, the market's probably flooded with these kind of things. And then we did Comic-Con. And I took my 3D prints, because my husband surprised me with a 3D printer. I took my 3D prints, and I took them with me. I didn't have many, because we had issues with the 3D printer, because it was not user-friendly to set up. User-friendly once it was done, but not user-friendly to set up. And people were like, your stuff is completely different. I love these dragons, because they're not like the serpent-style dragons. They're, like this kind of dragon, whatever. And I thought to myself, wow, like people are loving that. People were loving them and the dice. And then people were like, do you have things for that hold dice? Do you have this? And so a light bulb went off in my head, and I said, okay, I'm going to start printing these things. So I have I'm not going to probably expand anymore. I'm not going to lie. I might. But I'm definitely going to get a new DTF printer. I'm definitely going to get a DTF oven, because I will show you guys in April how you have to heat that thing up. And you have to heat the DTF powder up or it won't work. And it's a lot. It takes a lot to do it. And, I have the machinery to do it. The printer does not want to print white. I can't get it to print white no matter how hard I try. And so I'm just like, I need a dedicated DTF printer. So I want to make some DTF stuff. So I'm going to show you guys. And DTF, like I said, is direct to film. It's almost kind of like this. It stretches with your shirt. It's not like vinyl. It's not like screen printing. It's kind of in the middle of the two. And so I want to show you guys that. I need to get that space cleaned up. I need to get everything reorganized. So in April, I will be showing you guys how to do some of these projects. And I am happy to show, if I inspire somebody to take the leap and do their own, awesome. If I just am showing you how to do it and you love that, great. If you're just like, hey, I just like watching the process, that's awesome too. And of course, if you are one of those people that's like, hey, I just like listening to somebody talk and I like listening to their stories, you know, more power to you guys. And thank you guys so much for listening to me. Because I know mine is a little bit of a different thing. My process of doing things is very different than a lot of other streamers and things like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And there is room for everybody. That's how I look at it. So I'm not going to be on here for much longer, guys. I'm going to probably show you guys one more time on what's going on with the printers, where we're at now. Of course, as I was saying, I don't know if you guys can even see this on the video, but he has got glitter in him because this is a Galaxy. I don't know if you can even see it. The glitter specs is just phenomenal. I wanted to print him, or the colors that I used for him, for the dragon, and it just didn't work. But doesn't mean it won't work in the Snapmaker. It's just going to take me a hot minute. And obviously this dragon's going to go to its new home, and so is the frogs. So those are going to go to their new home this weekend. I'm super excited. I hope that my nieces love them. And I want to thank every single one of you guys for being on here and for listening to me rant for about an hour and listen to the story behind Riverstone Cottage Gifts and the passion that I have for this business. I love this business. I love everything that I do. I love walking into my office and just feeling like I'm doing something that's worthwhile. I feel like walking in here, I always say to people, this is my Zen zone. This is where I just kind of relax. It's my bubble. It's my space that I like to do things in. And I invite people to come in, like my husband and my kids and my sisters have been in here, and my nieces. And so I like people coming in, friends of mine have come in and see what I do. But this is a space that I feel comfortable talking to you guys, and I feel like you guys can be comfortable talking to me. Again, you guys take very, very good care of yourselves. If you're struggling with any mental health issues, guys, I'm begging you to get some help with that. If you need, you can always just reach out to people. There's so many people that you can reach out to. I am one of those people that is just like, I have to have somebody neutral to talk to. So if it makes a big difference, then I'm all for it, So there's no shame in getting help for your mental health. There's no shame. So let's go real quick back over to the bamboo and the Snapmaker, and you guys can see where we're at now. Remember, the Snapmaker was at 88%. We're at 90 now, and the snake is almost done. This snake is going to be super cool once we put it together. Okay, and obviously the dehydrator is shut off. There's no filament in that. This filament will go into there, of course, and then I'm going to have to empty out these and when this is done, and the AMS unit is what I'm talking about, guys, and put these guys away, because sitting here without running is not going to be good. I do need to empty out the dehumidifier also before I leave. But okay, so we got the castle going. Look how cool this castle is. It is super cool. It's coming along right here in this spot right there. That is actually where the dice are going to come out, and then back here in the back is where the dice are going to fall in. It's going to be a handle. It's going to look a lot like this castle that I did in the black and purple, but it's all going to be in gray. And then the front piece right here is going to have, now this, I think this one you could put a cross on here. This one might have the cross that you can add to it. But anyway, you're going to put the dragon head on. So what we're going to do is tomorrow we're going to print the dragon head. And that's a 3.5 hour print. I might wait for you guys to do it live. I might show you guys how I do it. Just let the printer kind of breathe for a little bit and do its thing. We have a little bit of the filament poop, but not much. And I printed something yesterday. I gotta show you guys this. This is so funny. It says, oh, this holds filament poop. And so I went and grabbed it and the file, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be super cute, and I'm gonna do this for my niece. And then I printed it, and it's this big. It's smaller than my hand. There's no way filament poop's going to go in this thing at all. The only way you could put filament poop in this is if you pause the print before the head even comes on, dump the filament poop inside, and then let it continue. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess now I have a holy cat. So little things like that happen all the time over here. You know, sometimes you just gotta laugh and just be like, okay, I guess that's how it's gonna work. And I've got like some spaces that I need to keep. My nose is bothering me, sorry guys, allergies. I need to clean off so I can get like my air gun out and all of that kind of stuff. So we got lots of things coming up in April. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your support. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe and follow. And if you're watching this on Facebook, you know, comment below. Go and check out the website. If you're watching this, obviously, live on Twitch, I want to thank everybody for being on. And of course, as always, you guys, I'm going to actually type it in right now in the chat how to visit the website, what the website link is, if it will let me. Okay, we're going to do www.riverstonecottage.gifts.com. That would be our website that you can go and visit, and I just saw it pop up here. And as always, I have a link tree that takes you to all my social media, all of my businesses that I'm affiliated with, and also the business that I obviously own. And it also tells you about people I sponsor and people that are under the umbrella of Riverstone Cottage Gifts. And I would love to say thank you guys so much again. I know I've said it a million times, but thank you guys so much. It means the world to me. You guys have a fabulous night, or rest of your night, or day, or wherever you are. And stay cool, stay warm, again, wherever you guys are. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. All right, guys. Have a fabulous night. Bye.